And good morning to you. Welcome. It's Martin, Jeff, and the Farmchick coming to you high atop the Eagle Building in beautiful downtown Goodland. Our show is being brought to you by Eckland Insurance, LLC, Elliott's Home Furnishings, Goodland Sonic Drive-In, The Insurance Agency, and Northwest Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, it's the Farmchick.
Good morning, Martin.
And on my right, it's Jeff.
Good morning, Martin.
And as usual, I'm in the middle. Here we are. It's post-spring break.
It is.
And April's just around the corner.
It sure is.
April Fool's is this Saturday.
April Fool's Day is coming.
You ever been spoofed by
Yeah, about
April?
5 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. We can't give the details, but Martin and the cow guy got Jeff and I pretty good here a second ago.
We did a fake show. It's not fake news, but a fake show to start out with, and we certainly can't play that show. But we got you though. You guys were wondering.
You got me for a while. I was about ready to quit.
Yeah, I thought you were going to walk out there for a minute.
I just anyway, good one. You did good, but now it's on like Donkey Kong.
Uh-oh.
It's on. You better be ready.
You're going to send me one of those weird
Prepare yourself.
sticker things that I see advertised on the iPhone commercials. Have you seen those?
We can't do that yet.
What's that?
My iPhone. We're talking about that. Those stickers.
Oh yeah.
Are they like
Those
are
are
like the emojis?
creepy.
Are they emojis? Of
I don't understand
Apple
it.
emojis.
I don't understand it. I just every time they come out with a new iPhone thing, I think, what could they possibly do next? And then they do something.
Whatever it is, looks like very juvenile kind of thing. It doesn't look like
Kind of like
what adults
symbols for words
Like emojis.
like
that we all use now.
True. That's, I get a little carried away with those.
When emojis first came out, it was one of those things I went, silly.
I'll
My
never
kids will
those.
use them.
I will never use those.
Now I speak emoji.
yeah.
I do too.
It's like another language.
Eye roll.
Anyway, good eye roll emoji. Anyway, good trick, good trickery. I'm going to give you that one, but just
We've been
prepare
planning
yourself.
it for weeks. We've been planning.
Lock your doors and windows. Watch your
Wow.
back.
Really?
Watch your back.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you
That's
should be.
threatening.
You should be.
Very threatening.
Just make sure you don't do it when we're on the air or anything like that.
Oh,
So
you never know.
can't do that.
The cow guy just got up and left.
Then I thought he was going to do the show with us.
Do
He's
the
like,
show
nope,
with us.
that
Nope.
was it. Just the
Nope.
fake show.
He was just here for the April Fool's
For the joke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which we kept. We got a copy of it if you ever want to listen to it again.
Yeah. Post that on Facebook.
Yeah. It'd be the last thing we ever post on Facebook.
Anyway,
But good spring break. You
Anywho.
had a good spring break. I had a good spring break.
it rained.
It rained. Last week on the show, Cal Guy was with us, and we did a little mojo.
I heard you did a little bit about him needing a smartphone,
Yeah.
which we've been trying to get him to get for a while.
He needs a
He
smartphone.
won't
I should have
budge.
been in on
He
that
won't
show.
budge. He's adamant about, it's funny. He was in, we did a little video here for their bull sale coming up, Shilling Bull Sale, which is April 7th in Oakley, by the way. We went to lunch afterwards, and we're sitting there, and another cattle guy walks up, and his phone rings, pulls out this flip phone.
It's a cattle guy
It's a cattle
thing.
thing. It's a cattle guy thing. They all must have flip phones.
Yeah.
Or the older cattle guys. Now, Clay Shilling
Of
was with us,
course.
and Clay was right there with his
Oh yeah.
Of
with
course.
his phone, his iPhone.
Right.
Clay is like the king of Snapchats.
Really.
He's funny on Snapchat.
Every day. Mm-hmm. They're every day, aren't they?
Well,
were
sometimes,
for a while.
but whatever he does is funny.
Funny, yeah.
I think he's funny.
We'll
He's
be
just
watching
funny.
for Clay on Facebook. He's going to be doing a video talking about
This big bull sale that
coming
sounds
up, and they're going to show. We got some pictures of some
Really-
of the bulls going to be selling, and
like a big sale, huge.
Yeah.
So huge. That'll be good.
but
Yes.
speaking,
Anyway,
speaking of Facebook and things, I saw an interesting thing. Have you heard the Brad's wife thing? On what's the name of the?
I have not. I was on break and I really limited my Facebook time on purpose. I tried.
This was
I just did not spend a lot of time
the
checking social media last week, and it was nice.
It's something that's gone viral. That it's about I've already forgotten the name of the
Nice.
restaurant that's involved. It's kind of a southern restaurant that's had some controversy in the past. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
Has
we're
the
both
rocking
clueless.
chairs on the front porch when you.
Country. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
this guy named Brad, his wife got fired from Cracker Barrel after 11 years.
Okay.
So he comes up with this campaign about what he wants to find out why his wife was fired. And so there's memes, is that what they're called?
Right.
And there's Twitters to the tune of hundreds of thousands now, jokes about Brad's wife. Save Brad's wife. Brad's wife matters. You know,
Oh,
it's hilarious.
I've missed it.
Somebody
I have
even
not
went
seen
into
it.
Wikipedia and changed the company's information where it says number of employees 70,000 minus Brad's wife. So Google Brad's
I
wife.
guess I'll just have to Google that. Yeah.
Check it out. See what we were talking about.
Wikipedia. I have it. That's it. I don't like Wikipedia.
I love
Do you use
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia?
All the time.
All the time.
You shouldn't,
Why?
Why?
because it's just like that. It's completely editable.
Oh, no, I use it for like how big a town is Wichita?
Yeah, but I could go in and make Goodland 7,000 people, and how long would it be before, or 8,000 people before someone?
I know, but
I just
don't
don't
think
trust it. I don't trust
Well,
Wikipedia.
what do we trust anymore?
Right.
You didn't see 60
point.
Minutes the other night because you
No,
were
I
you were
did not.
traveling. They did a segment on fake news, and there's guys out there that are doing stuff and making money by putting fake stuff, making up stories on fake websites.
let's make up stories here.
Should we do that? Should we do a fake story?
Well, why
make up a
not?
story.
Everybody's doing it.
Okay. Well, we'll do. Let's make it about somebody. Let's make it about somebody we know.
Okay. Somebody
Did
won't
you
sue
hear?
us.
Somebody, cow guy.
Cow,
Okay.
should we
Did
make
you
up one
hear
about
about Cow Guy?
Cow guy.
The cow guy's getting a smartphone.
That's fake news.
He's waiting for the new iPhone 8 to come out, and he's going to jump
Oh.
right on it.
Really? I'm so excited about that.
So people spread that around.
We could start a hashtag.
Hashtag no dumb phone for cow guy anymore.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
too long of a hashtag.
Yeah.
You need to be better at it. You're not any good.
So
at
if
it.
anybody sees, should we
No,
make up
you
something
know,
better than that?
listen, I get on Wikipedia and I look at it, but I'm just saying I don't entirely trust it. I wish there was some place you could go. Well, factcheck.org. I'll go there, or Snopes.
Oh, what?
Snopes.
Never heard of it.
Snopes.
See-
Yeah, Snopes is a site that fact checks everything.
Huh.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I'm one of those old-fashioned guys, and I know there's people out there that despise the mainstream media.
Right.
But I don't agree with all of them, but I trust them to give me the correct news. Some of it may be a little slanted.
It's a little slanted.
If you're a CNN fan, you're getting slanted. It's commentary. It's supposed to be slanted. It's commentary. If you watch Fox News
But I'm
in the
kinda like-
morning, the early morning
You know,
thing,
I
it's slanted.
still am
But you
pretty.
say that it's commentary then. They report it like it's news.
Well, they'll have newscasts that
With
I
an anchor.
believe come off with an anchor, but then they have panels of 3 or 4 people that are talking it over, and they're giving commentary, and they're analyzing things. I call that commentary. That's
I
different
still
than an
trust.
anchor.
I still watch the 4:30 news in the afternoons if I can.
Me too.
Every afternoon, and I'll switch. Sometimes I watch CBS, sometimes I watch NBC, sometimes I watch ABC, and I do watch that broadcast at 4:30. That's probably my most where I'll go to really just hear the facts
Right.
and not all the other
Not all the commentary.
all the other noise, because all those MSNBC, CNN, and Fox, they all have noise.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, meaning
Right.
all the but that 4:30 evening anchor news usually I
The
can
three
I trust
major
that.
networks.
Right, the 3 major networks. I'll trust that pretty much.
Do you trust the 3 major networks?
Oh,
What-
I think they're doing their best to
They're
get
just they're reporting what Sean Spicer said in the news conference. They're saying what he said.
I think I'm smart enough to. I think I'm smart enough to realize that everybody has a slant. Everybody has
but
a
it
slant.
doesn't
But it's
feel like
not a
the
slant.
anchors reporting
Yeah,
are having
it is.
slants.
It's they're,
NBC has a slant.
they're reporting something. Okay, call it a slant.
Well, they do. I mean, it's all the way they're going to say it, right? I mean, they're going to say Trump failed miserably at the healthcare thing, or they may say the
Trump.
the
I hear
healthcare bill
I hear the
failed.
miserable thing a couple of times, but then I also heard
Right.
the
I'm
Trump
just saying-
the Trump's effort didn't work. They weren't trying to make it sound bad, but so you who don't want to hear that.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying
now you're
that-
calling it slanted news.
Well, I'm not saying I don't want to hear it. I'm saying though that is how you report it, right? I mean, it's on their take. right?
Well, it's just,
And I look at it, and I kind of look at what they say. I listen to, and I listen to NPR. I listen to All Things Considered.
There you go. That's good. So, see, I know people that refuse to listen to the other side.
I think it's.
I've always
good.
liked that about you. You see what you like to know what the Sierra Nevadas, the Nevada Club or Sierra
have to
Club. is
listen.
up
Sierra
to.
Club.
That's the
Sierra Nevada's a
The
beer.
Sierra
sorry.
Nevadas are.
That's the
usually
problem,
beers.
though. Most people don't listen to
Right,
other.
right.
They'll-
No.
If they don't
That's exactly what
if
I
they
thought.
don't like what they're saying, they turn it off and say it's wrong.
Right.
Well, yeah. No, I
And
don't
that
agree
you
with that
ca-
either.
There's a lot of that, and I don't think any of us at this. I know I don't do that either. I watch Fox News just to hear what is being said.
Right.
Did you like Walter Cronkite? Do you
Well,
remember
I was-
Walter
yeah, I
Cronkite?
remember Walter Cronkite, but I was young.
Did you think he was just an old guy
Well,
that
he was to me. I was young.
I remember
know,
Walter Cronkite very
they
well.
called him America's
Yeah.
father or whatever?
But I feel the same way about Tom Brokaw.
he was an extremely liberal person.
Oh, I don't.
I like Tom Brokaw
I
a
like
lot.
Tom Brokaw, but he still has a slant.
You know, Tom
On
Brokaw
his commentary, but not when he reports the news.
on election night. Tom Brokaw was the only one of those NBC people that said it. That it's obvious that middle America has spoken. They're tired of being. He told the truth. He told the facts.
Well, that's
what
true.
the others didn't want to say or
Yeah.
would say. So
I've seen him.
I think he's middle of the road.
I've
Oh,
seen
I'm not
him
gonna- I'm not gonna
comment.
sit there.
I've seen him with his commentary, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about when he is reporting on
Yes,
something.
okay, yeah.
I trust his journalistic
Yeah.
ethics. I trust Peter. Oh, he's gone now, but I remember I trust his journalistic ethics the same way I would.
Right.
You know, Sean Hannity. I don't trust his journalistic ethics.
right.
Rachel Maddow, who I like, don't
Oh,
really trust
that's
her
her.
journalistic ethics.
No.
But there are people who I trust, and I think Tom Brokaw is one of them.
Well, yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah.
But Tom Brokaw had a way at the end of a story. He could give a slant to it by raising his eyebrow.
Right. Right.
He'd
You
raise his
can't.
eyebrow to make it make you feel like, okay, this is something an injustice has been done here, and he's making a liberal statement by doing that. I always thought
Ted
that was-
Koppel.
Ted Koppel. Yeah, Sean
I'm just
Hannity had
trying
it
to-
out the other day. Did you
I
know
saw
that?
something on Twitter, but I didn't get to listen to it, so I don't know what happened.
He told Sean Hannity that he was bad for America. What he was doing was bad for America. I didn't see the exchange. I don't know what they're talking about.
Well,
No, but-
anyway, but I think we're all, I think there is still journalistic integrity out there. I mean, that was my major in college. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an anchor. I wanted to write for newspapers. And we used to, fact checking for us was, you had to double and triple check your quotes and
Right.
and I just wonder in school if
Did they?
it's moved towards selling your paper
Yeah.
instead of reporting
The news.
the news.
I took journalism
It feels
about
that
20
way.
years before you did at Fort Hays State, and it was very strict discussion on reporting, not slanting the news,
Exactly.
reporting the facts.
And being careful how you
Is
print
that-
it
is that
and
way
how
they
you
taught
yes, I
you?
took a whole semester class on journalistic ethics, and it was exactly about that. You report it as
But the
even as you can, and let the person reading or listening stem their opinion.
Right.
Right.
Who, what, when,
but
where,
it's
and
word
why.
choice. Word choice makes a big difference, right?
And it's kind of hard to do.
it would be hard to do. I'm not saying I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But I think in
I'm
this
not faulting
in this
anybody.
day and age, I think it's even more difficult to do because now we're like waiting to hear, right? We're waiting to hear what
Yeah.
we want to hear.
Yep. But also, with you wonder. Okay, Rachel Maddow. I'm just picking on her just because she's somebody we all know, right?
She's
Is she-
extreme, though.
I know,
gotta
but
admit
does
that.
does she go to journalism school? I mean, that's what you want to know, right? Or
And
is she
I don't
just
know.
a good commentary?
Yeah.
Just someone that's good at commentary,
Right.
Right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about it. I'm certainly not judging her. I'm
Right.
just saying the news is
No,
the
I don't-
Cable stations are all full of those kind of people, right? Who, okay, Sean
was just-
Hannity is, or Morning Joe, what's his name?
Right, Scarborough.
Yeah, I mean he's not a journalist, right? But he's
But
on
he
the
can be a little more.
But
to
I
the
think
middle.
I'm just
you're
saying- I'm
right.
just- I'm
I
just saying,
think
though,
you're
that
right.
He didn't have the training.
That's right.
He didn't have the training. That's what I'm trying to get to. He didn't have the education or the training about journalistic ethics. I
Right.
mean, he's put on that show as a
I think
right-wing
you get
commentator,
there-
and whatever her name is, Micah or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know who you're talking about.
I mean, she's on there as supposed to be the left wing, right?
Right.
And they set up that show to be that way. they didn't set him up as he's Walter Cronkite and she's Barbara Walters.
And here's
right?
the
that's not how it's
shows
set
like
up.
that are
Or Hugh
great.
Downs and Barbara Walters. Probably that's better.
Yeah.
I used to love watching debate and love debating my fellow students and all that. That's great if the audience isn't listening to just Joe
Right.
and saying everything Joe says is right and everything she says is wrong, or vice versa.
Right.
And that's the problem with the audience now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
let me read you a headline out of the
Okay.
Washington Post here. It says, divisions threaten Trump's hope of winning his next big battle, taxes. Is that slanted? Is that a slanted headline? According to this writer, this is news. This is not commentary. This is a news story. He's suggesting that the problems that they had with the Obamacare thing with the extreme right Republicans are going to come back and haunt him when it comes to his
His
tax
tax
thing.
policy.
So what's wrong with that headline? Now
now I would say that
Somebody would
headline
look
is
at
not
that-
slanted. That's a headline
I
stating,
don't think it's slanted.
but someone who doesn't like, is very sensitive to anything that criticizes Trump,
Right.
will find that slanted.
Exactly. That's my
But
point.
I don't think that it's slanted.
They're just saying that there are, you look at the House of Representatives, there are Republicans that are divided.
For
what he's
example,
saying
if
in the
the
headline.
if the health bill would not have been pulled and would have passed, the same writer may have said Trump's health bill is a win or something.
Right.
And someone who doesn't like Trump would have thought that slanted. I don't think that headline is slanted.
And
But
under the opinions headlines, Jared Kushner's project is doomed.
Yeah.
that's an opinion.
That's an opinion.
That's right.
So
But I think the whole idea behind this conversation is that I think it's the reader and the audience that is the problem. People aren't.
well, getting back to
So
it,
you're on the Washington Post.
People get their-
Get over on the Huffington Post.
Well, the Huffington Post is very
I don't look at the Huffington Post.
Yeah.
but I look at the Huffington Post, but I'm smart enough to know that.
Well, I know.
It's
But I mean, that's what I
slanted.
mean, though. But they'll hold the Huffington Post up as quotes from the Huffington
Right.
Post, right? I mean, they'll be all over the place. I'm not. I'm just picking on just things that you know.
I
I'm not-
trust,
Yeah.
and I'll probably get raked over the coals for saying this, but I trust the Washington Post to present news, correctly. Their opinions are all liberal, almost every one of them. Every once in a while,
But you know the difference between a news and an
Yeah.
opinion page. And the problem, I'll tell you, the other big problem is Facebook and Twitter.
That's right. That's what
Because
I'm trying to get
people
to.
share, and you'll see at the bottom, it's from the rightwingconspiracy.com or
Right, yeah.
or
Yeah.
leftwingliberals.com,
Uh-huh.
and they'll share that as news, and that's a big problem,
And it'll look like news.
and it will look like news.
It'll look like a.
that's
look
what
like
the
a written story.
60 Minutes piece was about. The attorney who came up with the idea that
Hillary has Parkinson's.
Hillary had Parkinson's. He's an attorney in California. You can't convince him that that's not true.
Right.
He believed, and then in the next story that he did, and the next one, they're all been proven. And he got really agitated with Scott Pelley, who was, and they let him rant for a minute about, you guys are trying to get me. You're out to get me. You're trying to prove that, I think the guy's paranoid anyway, but there's
Well,
so
they
much
were
of
out to
that
get
going on. Well, they're just trying to understand why he believes these things when
Yeah.
the campaign, Clinton's campaign, denied there's any Parkinson's, and
So what happens
why
in the
don't we believe
future
that?
for future elections? I mean, where does this take us in 4, 8, 12? What does that mean for us, that we have to be better as consumers of news?
Well,
because we won't be.
No.
We won't be.
It'll be worse.
You can't, and it has to be a free press. You have to allow a free press. You have to allow freedom of speech. So where do we go?
I'm thinking of if you can make some money doing this, why don't we jump in? I think I'll jump in and come up with some kind of fake news blog.
I mean,
And
it's
Well, you got to do something better than the cow guy needs a smartphone. You're going to have to do better. You're going to have something more compelling than that.
Yeah, and it'll be hard for me to do. I can't.
You're right, though, and you can do it
I
from
can't
home.
not tell the truth.
You can sit behind your keyboard at home and do it from home. You don't even
Yeah.
have to do anything. Just
Which
make
is
up
the-
stories.
Which is the trouble with all this stuff.
Which is the other
Yeah.
problem. A lot of people are very brave behind their.
Yeah.
So we're
keyboards.
sticking with the fake news that the cow guy can't wait for iPhone 8 to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, go with that one.
Okay, everybody out there.
That'll stir up a lot of controversy.
If you run into Ron Schilling, tell him congratulations on your new iPhone.
Congratulations.
On your new
We're so
iPhone
happy you're coming into the
20 into the 2000s.
Yeah, 2000 exactly. Anyway,
I remember so do you remember your first? I had a bag phone. It was
My first phone?
My first cell phone.
We
was
had
a
bag phones back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I had a phone that was bolted to the floor of
yeah,
my Oldsmobile Calais in 1988.
Yep.
That you had my dad, being the wonderful father he was, freaked him out a little bit that I was driving to Wyoming by myself. So he bolted this thing. And you had to have a code. So Lyman had a tower. Then the next one was, I think, Denver. And then there was one in Fort Collins and one in Laramie. And if I wanted to call, I'd have to be near enough to the tower to punch in the Lyman code and then call.
Yeah. Well,
Needless to say, I didn't
Didn't
ever
call that
figure
much.
out or use it. But
I don't know if we were
that
ahead
was
of our
my
times
first
here
one.
in Sherman County. You know, the Motorola. There was who's the gentleman who had the did we call it cell service at the time? But we had them in our cars, our sales cars and our news cars for the radios.
Larry Dickey.
Larry Dickey.
Yeah, that's right. That was
I
back.
think we were ahead of our time in this area when it comes to
That's
those
right.
kind of things. But you're right, they were bolted to the floor. And
don't you remember
had a
flying
cord
and they
on 'em,
had
you
the
know?
phones in the seat in front of you when you used to fly? And
Yeah.
that's all gone now, too.
Yeah.
Everything is just fast.
In fact, when we flew the other day, they don't even have TVs in the back of the headrest anymore.
Now you just have a United app and you watch the TV on your phone.
On your phone.
You have
Can you take
Wi-Fi.
iPads?
Wi-Fi in the
Yeah.
air. Oh yeah.
We can take iPads on.
They
Yeah.
had movies. They had everything you could want on their Wi-Fi.
But they didn't have music channels. I mean, they had music videos.
Yes, because
But-
I watched an hour of Justin Timberlake
I know you
videos.
did. but I was just wanted, I just
perfectly
wanted to
happy.
find like 70s music or 80s music. I mean,
To listen to.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just like a radio
I'm sure
station.
that's because most people, Jeff, have it on their phone, their music.
Well, I have. Okay, so when
That's
I don't
why.
have the radio around, right?
Use Pandora.
I use Pandora, but you can't use Pandora. You had to pay $3 or to use Pandora on
Yeah.
the plane. I would.
But just give it 5 seconds and that'll all be. It's just
It'll be over.
it'll be
I don't-
something new.
I don't. Do you have a lot of music on your phone?
I don't because I have Pandora.
I know.
But when we were out of the
Spotify's
country last week,
another
we
one.
could not use Pandora where we were, so I was out of music.
I know. That's. I mean, I don't have a lot.
My kids use Spotify.
I don't store.
But I
music
won't
on my
pay for
phone.
it because
I
I'm
don't
cheap.
I don't store a lot of things on my phone.
I store books on my phone. I do read on my phone. I have
Oh,
I have the
can't do that.
Kindle app, and so I read on my phone. Which I had a Kindle, but now I'm like, why do I need a Kindle? I just have it on my phone and read it
Yeah.
there. So
Well,
there you go.
I just have apps. You know, I've got news apps, sports apps.
Yep.
Well, I do too. But I mean, it was just when you're up in the air and your only choice is to have the United app, and then everything I wanted to listen to or everything I wanted to do, I couldn't do anymore. I like
Well.
listening to This American Life, the little podcasts. I couldn't listen to those. I could download them and save them.
Did you try to listen to the Cow Guy, our little podcast, our show?
I
No,
listen to
because
it
I-
off Facebook.
Oh, yeah, you don't do Facebook.
I was up in the air. I couldn't.
Can you get Facebook
You
while
could
you're
have
up in the air?
you could have had the free
I probably-
Wi-Fi had Facebook. Mhm. Yep. The free
I
Wi-Fi.
thought I had to pay for Wi-Fi.
There's free Wi-Fi, but
Oh.
I don't know what.
All right,
I
never
don't-
mind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Anyway, this was interesting that they don't have the TVs in the back of the headrest
Yeah.
anymore.
No.
Let's
Anyway,
just go
I
back
don't
to
know.
that.
We
Let's
digress
go
there.
do
We,
that.
we forgot we were on the radio again.
That's right. We did.
Sometimes
yeah.
we do that. We start having a conversation. Sorry, folks.
Hello out there.
I know. They're like, we don't care.
No.
They're doing it again.
Yeah.
They're doing it again.
They don't care.
Now that's what the show's all about. Is
Well, there you go.
we're just
no.
Anyway,
confrontation.
Great spring break. Now we're doing baseball and track and golf. And I just can't believe it. We're within graduation, and
Oh
now
my gosh, really?
weather's getting warmer. I do enjoy spring.
Yeah.
We'll start planting corn before we know it. And
Oh man. Okay, you're making me nervous.
Well, I'm
what
just
am I doing?
saying.
Sit around and talking on the radio.
I'm just saying.
I got things I can need.
I'm
to
just
doing.
saying.
wanna-
It's a new year. It's full of promise.
I need to do a Naked Ladies update. The
Oh.
Naked Ladies are getting up there. They're gonna bloom here one of these days.
Good for you.
All the rain that's happening.
Good for you.
Are we
Sorry,
back on,
neighbor. Sorry,
I
Marty's
can't think of
neighbor.
the same. I can't think
Are
of
we
the,
back on this April Fool's thing again?
I can't think of the official the horticultural name for
It's not naked ladies.
naked ladies. Now there's another name for them.
Are they like, what are they, lilies? Or what are they?
I think they're related
they
to
a bulb?
lilies. They're a bulb, yeah. They're a. But last year's the first year they bloomed. My grandkids just loved it.
Wow.
Show
Come
us
here,
the
come
show us the
here,
naked ladies, Grandpa.
Grandpa,
Well, gotta wait till
right
evening.
after church.
That sounds like
Grandpa,
something out
let's
of
go home. You can
Bad
show me your
Grandpa.
naked ladies.
Yeah, that sounds like Nightmare Grandpa. Watch. Let's go watch Grandpa get arrested.
Oh, my.
Remember that time?
That time.
Yeah.
The police officer. We've got a 10, 12, 35. Grandpa showing
They're gonna
naked
be-
ladies.
They're going to be
To all the neighborhood
patrolling
children.
your neighborhood. All the neighborhood children.
Oh,
are
it's getting worse and
terrified.
worse here. We better stop.
So,
Just don't sell them, with a sign in your yard.
No.
Naked ladies for sale.
I
Yeah.
won't do that. I just hope they bloom this year. They
yeah, I hope they do too.
were really, really pretty last year.
Hey. Wow.
So we're about out of time here. Any final
Salsa.
thoughts before we?
I got lots of them, but
our
I'll tell you
listeners-
after we're off
our
the air.
listeners wasted another half hour.
They have wasted another
Their
half hour.
life,
Yeah.
Thoughts will be by this time next week will we know who won the tournament or not?
Yes, we will know who won
Okay.
the tournament. But
Because the chump bought South Carolina.
he bought South Carolina.
Well, or
In the-
whatever,
in
in
a
the
pool.
pool or
Oh,
chose them or
no.
whatever it's called,
I think he's probably going to be right.
And he's
but I
pretty
had my-
excited because he didn't pay very much for them at all. So
Yeah.
I had my hopes on KU. I just thought
I
sure
know.
this was going to be the
two
year.
completely different games, weren't they?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
but I think they play that game again. They could win.
Don't
I
you
think
just
they
love
could.
Frank Mason? Just a good guy.
Oh yes.
Wish him. Anyway.
The whole team was like family. I've been watching them. They broke my heart. I've been watching them every game all
Oh, your heart.
season long.
And now baseball, though. Baseball.
I know them all on a first name basis. There's
Yep.
Josh and there's Frank and there's
Right.
Come on.
you know
And
Michaela.
They say, hey, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Did Gerald,
What?
Vic, Landon. Anyway, sorry,
Wow.
I'm over the edge here. With
You are.
my Jayhawks.
Yeah. You need to get a life.
Yeah. Well, I'll be anxiously awaiting your April Fool's.
Please
Prank.
don't await and don't be anxious. Well, you might be anxious, but
Doesn't
don't
involve
await
naked ladies,
because
but-
it's going to be
You leave my naked ladies
Oh.
alone.
thinking. Wheels are turning.
Don't go clip them off or anything. But I'm going to watch my back, that's for sure. Hey, thanks for coming in. Here on Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Chick, our show brought to you by Elliott's Home Furnishings, The Insurance Agency, Northwest Tech, Goodland Sonic Drive-In, and Eckland Insurance LLC. Here on Eagle Cable Channel 10, KLOE AM Radio, and from our Facebook page, we stream on the World Wide Web. Like us on Facebook. See you again next week.